So basically that can now just keep going for the next whatever time. It's a bit of a pain because the thermostat is behind the books. Every time you get a drip going down in, it's releasing the vapour and the flavour. I mean, ideally what you want is to have your bottom on its side. That would be the ideal situation if I don't have anything to do it with. That's what she said. So, yeah. So far, tightening that nut up has been a success. That was hot. That's not leaking, that's not leaking, that's not leaking. Bug zapper has now got a bit of charge in it. And the bugs have all run away. I'll leave that there. I mean, it attracts the bugs. Maybe I shouldn't have electrical devices next to alcohol fumes. Anyway, that is working very nicely. Yeah, that ginger thing is doing a good job. I think what I might do, because I've still got, I think, £3 in coupons on the AliExpress link. I've got nothing on it at the moment, at first, for a while. So what I might do is get some more of those glass balls, just so I've got a nice complete coverage on the bottom. Yeah, when that starts going, Oh, there's a bug. Radio. That's the two. Ah. Blood sports. Electric bats. These things are fucking brilliant if you've got a girlfriend that likes being spanked and zapped. I'm next, Irish girl. Actually, 3 of them. They really liked electric bats on the ass. Other little things you can use to experiment in that kind of kinkiness. The EMS, electrical muscle stimulating things. If you put that on them, and then just whack it on full blast and bugger off for a drink. Yeah, believe me, you'll come back, they have a nice trim figure and rather infused. I always worry it's coming out too fast, compared to how it used to come out with the air still, which is very, very slow. Top temperature is 78, 79, 79.6. So it's 79, which is kind of perfect temperature for that top pipe. I don't know what the... Oh, I can change the strength actually. I'm not too concerned about the actual strength coming out because I can always modify it. And if it is too weak, I can always put it back in. So we've got my new Archimeter thingy to test. Just put little clips on there. And down the outside. Light source. That is... I can't read a bloody thing on this. Let's have a look. Did it actually smear properly on the lens? I think it says 10. Can't really see. Need a better light. That's better. Right, according to that, it's 70, 60, 80. It's off the fucking scale. Okay, the alcohol content coming out of this, I don't know if you can see it on the lens or not. I had it actually last time, you could actually read the thing. Let's have a look. Anyway, it's reading about 80% coming out. Actually, it's off the scale. It's like, it goes up to 80% on this thing, and it's full. So it's at least 80% alcohol coming out. Tastes fucking lovely. So I am tempted to get a glass, just have a little taste. I want to see if there is a noticeable difference between using the ginger minger and not. Yes, I know I'm spilling it down the outside. And I'm not. That is fucking awesome. Oh shit! Forgot that. That is really, really nice. I'm not drinking. All I'm doing is letting it soak into my tongue and my lips. So I don't want to actually drink 80% alcohol. Dilute it. No, I can drink it. That is really nice. All I got in there for that wash, it was for a 25 litre wash, 6 kilos of your bog standard sugar. Made up of 25 litres. I added a handful, 2 handfuls of mushy grapes. They were too mushy to eat, but they hadn't gone mouldy. So they got scrushed up and put in a few apples, and it's going through my ginger minger. It's got a really nice, it's massive difference having it go through the copper mash. Yeah, that's a massive difference. Oh, and spearmint. The spearmint was literally only in that wash for 2 hours. And that was all. Ha! Get in my fucking bastard butt. Yeah, that is nice. That's deceptive because it's coming out like a finer drink. Usually when you make it, if you're not using a filter, if you're not using any of that kind of stuff, what you end up with is a much fuller flavour, which I like. Much more body to it. What's happening in there? I can actually see the rubber seal. Why can I see the rubber seal? That's not a good sign. And that one. It could be, maybe that's normal, but the rubber seal is now actually expanding so I can see it. I don't know if that's meant to happen. Okay, what temperature have we got on top? 79 still. We're still at 79. I'm going to turn it down a little bit. Just a little bit. Because I'm a bit concerned about that seal being visible. It could be normal, I don't know. I'm not an expert. So hopefully, theoretically, I should be able to fill this on a run. Hopefully. What I might try and do is make something, build something, I can actually have this bottle, because these are a standard size girth-wise. Neck's different to a standard demi-john, but they're the same sort of shape size here, a gallon container. 5 litres up to there, roughly 4.5 to here. But if I get something I can hold it at an angle, I'll preserve more flavour. That's nice, I like that. If you've got any suggestions about the experiment, give me a shout. That fills up quick. Right. Now for the obligatory, is it leaking test? Well, the only moisture on there, I think it's just from where I was pouring stuff in. I mean, the only places really where it's leaking is underneath the bottom. That bit, which is not leaking, which is brilliant. It looks dodgy as hell. I reckon it was given a kick in by customs. I do need to get my welder right. I've got a new little rechargeable welder, so I may give that a go on that at some point. But that seems to be alright. No leaks, and it's now been running for quite a while. That long. So yeah, that's nice bit on the go. Must not get tempted to use a tap on the still because it's working. Alright, it's gone up to 80 degrees Celsius, 81 degrees Celsius. So that's still coming out at a good temperature. Bath water is tepid, so it's not warming up, which is good. I am getting quite a few bugs. Where are the bugs? Where have they come from? One. Ha ha ha. Just bapped one into the bath, two into the bath. I mean, if you get bugs in it, you can just stick it through a coffee filter. Would you rather not have them in there? Yeah, I'm worried because it's going really, really smoothly. My experiments are working. Tightening that up seems to have stopped the leak. That one being tightened up also seems to stop the leak. I don't know how they came loose because it wasn't like it before. And then it shouldn't just work itself loose. The ginger minger is doing a good job. And it still looked copper. Unlike some things, like the copper bracelet, turns out I didn't read the small print. It's actually copper coloured. But yeah. I think I might try and. I'm a nerd. I like to check things like the strength as it's coming out. As I've got a new toy, so I can actually test it. Let's take the glasses off so you can't see a bloody thing. Oh yeah, just drink it straight from the friggin' spout. Whoa, that's nice. And strong. That's quite nice actually. Right, that is fucking hell. 70? Does that say 70? I really should try and get this focused. 70%. Yeah, it's between 60 and 70%. So a nice little burn on the back of the throat. See, my ideal strength is 35 degrees at 35% alcohol. That's my preferred. Because that way I don't have to bother adding water to it. Yeah, right, so I have to look at it. Yeah, that was a bit strong. Yeah, I think with how much pain I'm in right now in my leg, I'm not going to walk east tomorrow. But then I said that last week, and I said that the week before. And then I said, fuck it, I'm going for a walk. So I'm going to guess that the booze in there at the moment is about 2 litres. And I'm going to guess that it's going to be about 80% alcohol. And a guess. Because it was pretty strong coming out to start with, and it's still, what will I say, 60, 70%? Food. I keep saying that. All I've had so far today is a fucking extra strong milk. So I bought some drumsticks yesterday. Drumsticks and some chili shimmies. Oh, fuck. Oh, in case you want to know why it is your chicken drumsticks and your frozen beers and your frozen chips all take exactly the same amount of time to cook in the oven, it's simple really. It's all made from the same minced up Ukrainian soldiers. A bit pissed off at the moment after this whole thing with Johnson & Johnson baby products. And their Israeli factory that's been murdering white babies for the past 30 fucking years. Barely a mention on the news. Genocidal fucking Jewish cunts. I get pissed off at these people like the guy does the, was it Stillits or what the fuck it's called?
Chasing the Queen?
Because he's promoting these genocidal baby murdering cunts.
Well, they pay me lots of money to say good things about America.
Fucking prick. There is no money on the planet that would pay me to advocate for the rape and murder of babies like these fucking monsters. See, that does look really, really nice and clear.
Coming through the bubble.
And yet, if you Swiss it around, it'll go cloudy. Which is weird. That looks so nice. Ding, ding, ding. I don't know, if you've got any experts on this about how fast it's meant to come out for a decent drink, because that's coming out pretty quick. And the temperature on the top
Spit.
81.3. See, the temperature goes up because there's less liquid to heat up. So it's using less energy to do it. So I'll turn it down a little bit more. I want to keep it around about 80 Celsius. To 78 is the vaporization temperature of ethanol. So we'll keep it around 80%. That means I'm maximising the efficiency of me going through the little ginger minger.
And it's tasting pretty nice. Yeah.
A lot of bugs. Zapper on standby. Shit! Sorry, phone. I thought you were a bug. I don't know where the bugs come from. There's no bugs in the house. Right. Temperature is on the top high. 82. Turn it down a little bit more. And I don't mind running it until I get every last bit of booze out. That doesn't bother me. Because I'm not too worried about the methanol, because it's primarily sugar, as opposed to... Ah! The bug bites at us. It's mainly sugar as opposed to fruit. Fruit is the worst thing for methanol. It's a higher concentration of peptides in fruit. Grain has a lot, but nowhere near as much as fruit. Squeegee, squeegee. You should stop doing that. God, that tastes nice. But also very, very burny. Yeah. So that is unknown. Can't read this bastard thing. 68, 69, 68% alcohol. So we've still got a really nice alcohol coming out. I've got a slight hole in the top of my mouth from drinking it, just from a little sip. So in future, glass of water on standby. It's got a very nice, nice fruit flavour. That worth the fucking money. I mean, I think it was like a fiver, 10 quid maybe at the most, but I think it was like 5 quid. Really good. You got to get the angle just right with the lights coming in to read it. But yeah, so that's still chugging away quite nicely. We've got 82 degrees on the top pipe. Turn it down a little bit more. You can always turn it back up. It's just, I don't know. I mean, I could just whack it up full blast and it'll go through quicker. But I want it to go through at a nice. Okay, glass thing gets fucking hot. Your glass, sight glass thing. I want it to go at a nice even rate. I'm happy with this rate because it's a nice flow coming through. Really nice flavour. That's really nice flavour. I just bottled up some that was in this container before, and it must be one that I made about a month ago because it's very, very citrusy. That must be the one that I put about 8 orange peels in, from the peel for 8 oranges. So yeah, it's very citrusy. It's very, very nice, but also very, very citrusy. So it's very different. It's not just saying it's vodka, because vodka is a neutral spirit that doesn't have a distinctive flavour. But the way that I do it is just, I call it spirits and not vodka. Because it's all got a different flavour and different taste. I never do just a sugar wash. I always chuck extra stuff in, just to give it a bit more flavour, a bit more body. I don't really have the residue that I was going to have, I was hoping to have, from my ale. There was nothing much left in the bottom of that container. A little bit of sediment in the bottom, and that was it. So I was hoping for more to put in. When I've had the big baked bean tin type of homebrew kits, you get quite a bit of residue left over. That one, there wasn't very much. But I put the last 2 litres that was in the bottom into a plastic bucket. That can sit there for a few weeks, and that will gradually, all the sediment will settle back down again, and then I can pour out the drinkable stuff. That should leave me a fairly solid chunk of flavour, sediment in the bottom that I can use next time I do a drink. And it's just more flavour to add to things. Don't like waste. Now put food in the oven. Whoa, oh, oh. fills up pretty quick. Shit, where are these bugs coming from? I mean, seriously, where do they multiply that fast? I don't think there's any in the actual drink itself. I mean, it's not a massive issue. I can always just put it through a coffee filter. That is really annoying. Alright, the top temperature is 82.5. I'm going to check it again. Bugs. Bugs. Let's not just suck the bloody thing off this time. Bloody hey. Get that clean first. Get accurate reading. So literally all I do with this is just a few little drops to smear it on there. I think that's all you do, really. Smear it on there. Close your flap down. And shine a light at it. And that is reading 60. So I don't know if it's visible, so you can actually see what it looks like. It did show on before. Nope, fuck it, can't be asked. Yeah, that's reading 60%. Yep, tastes like it as well. That has a very nice flavour. It's like a slightly fruity flavour. I think it's the grapes. I think that's what it is. I think that extra fruitiness is, because I don't think I've used grapes before. I mean, if you live in a place that grows grapes, it's not an issue. But if you live in a place where they don't grow grapes, like, you know, England, for the most part. Yeah, your ginger pubes are looking pretty matted and moist.
What's I?
Should I call you Kira? All the bugs that seem to have buggered off. They recognise my ha-ha. Gotcha. Ha-ha! Two in one go. Yeah, that is like one of those weird, supernatural, paranormal things. Where the fuck do bugs come from when you're doing brew? Because there's no bugs before. There's no bugs in the house. Right, that water is warm in the bath. I would go for a paddle, except there's quite a few bugs floating in it. And your feet aren't that smelly. So I'm going to put some more cold water in, which is going to mean a slight obstacle course to get around. Yeah, because that was getting a bit, it's probably about 30 Celsius in the bath, so that'll get a bit warm. I might have to go and get another bottle, because that's still coming out at quite a nice volume, alcohol-wise. Well, you buggy bastard, you. I saw you hiding around the back there. Yeah, the fuckers must have some collective genetic memory. They know when I come in, they're going to get zapped. That's a ha-ha. It is a very reassuring, rather sadistic noise. Dead bug. So that's should make a big difference now. I've changed the added cold water to the bath, because that was getting a bit warm. Yeah. It's more of a tepid, lukewarm temperature at the moment. That's alright. Just got to stay here to keep the bugs away. I just don't want to get bugs in the drink. If I could have if I could prop this somewhere, then that would be different. Like that cunt over there is hiding on the wall, just out of reach. So he knows if I try and go over there and get it, I'm going to fall in the back, knock still over. He's an asshole bug. $83.9. I mean, I'm surprised how much is coming out. To show I don't have something that will fit down in there long enough, like a turkey baster, to actually get some out of the test, just to see what sort of strength this whole thing is. Nah, you wanker. There. Oh dear, I must have mixed it. Nummy. It's still coming out. Oh, it's still coming out, it's just it's dripping down the inside. It's alright. See, I like having it dripping into the bottle so I can actually see it. Because it's clear liquid coming into a clear liquid, you can't always see it, but it's dripping down the side. Yeah, the temperature is really going up quite a bit. Now the water in the bath is warming up. The top spout temperature is going up as well. Which of course has a bug on the inside of the frickin' bottle. That's how bug you. It also means that because there's less content in there, it's warming up more as well. Is there a bug in there or not? Yes, there is. Oh, kids. Got ya! Ha ha ha! There might be a dead bug that died happy on my booze, you bastard. I don't see any more bugs in there. Where is that one? Nope, outside. Right, I'm going to have to go and get some more containers because don't really want to have that one filled. Right. Okay. Coffee choppers. Yeah. I'm tempted actually to turn it off, cover up the top of the bottle so that keep the bugs out, and just turn it off for half an hour whilst I go and do some food. That'll give it a chance to cool down a little bit. And then what I might do is put in the last of that sugar wash. Or shall I bother? It's an amount I don't want to waste, but it is only a litre of sugar wash. And I'm more inclined to actually say fuck it and keep the sugar wash and put it in with the ale. Just to give it a bit more sweetness and a bit more flavour. I don't know, let's see how it goes. It's just that my food is cooked. And it's up to 84 on this top spout. Because it is still coming out quite nice. Because that's still got a little ways to go, yeah? I mean, that is basically a gallon there. These glass bottles, demijohns, they'll work on the imperial measurements. So at the shoulder, you've got about 4.5 litres of liquid. So by the time you get to here, you're talking 5 litres. But sometimes these are weird measurements, like for the Navy, and they would have more of a 5 litre measurement. They were more imperial metric measurements than imperial, even though civilians used imperial measurements. The Navy would use something like metric, even like 200 years ago. Right. So I don't want to walk away and just leave it running. That's a recipe for a fucking disaster. Right, I'm going to turn that off. Solid. Because there's no sign of it actually slowing down, I'm going to turn that off, wrap something around it to keep the bugs out. I'm going to leave the circulation pump going, just to keep the cold water going, to keep that pipe cooled down. But that is slowed to a drip already, as opposed to free flow. So turn that temperature off makes a massive difference straight away. So I'm going to turn off the circulation pump as well, because there's no point in running that for the sake of it. And I'm going to come back in about half an hour after me food, without having to worry about it bloody going everywhere.